Welcome to episode 11, Just Off the Plate podcast. I'm here with Armando and Lawrence. My name is Cody. Thanks for listening. How we doing?
Doing good, man.
Doing good, man.
Beautiful night. Beautiful Wednesday night.
Great weather.
World Series champions.
Oh my God, you still on that shit?
LA Dodgers, baby.
Day after general election. What are you talking about?
Yeah, I know.
World
bro.
Series? That was so long ago.
I'm still
That's old news.
I'm still on the high, bro.
Okay.
I'm still living the high.
Quit watching people. Why don't you make it happen for us this season, the Pirates?
Okay.
Start by showing up.
You're right. You're right. No, you're right, man. I have family obligations. My priorities are fucked up. Baseball comes first.
Families always get in the way of baseball. I hate that shit.
That's why the divorce rate is so high.
Yeah, man.
You know, my sister's listening to this. She's gonna kick my ass. She's gonna say, "You better not, asshole."
Dude, Stuart sent me a text, and I said that to him. He's like, "Hey, somebody's not playing because of this." I go, "Goddamn, families get in the way of baseball," but it is what it is. So
It must have been Halloween or something.
it was like half the team was.
I didn't
gone.
realize people trick-or-treat at 1 o'clock
people
in the middle of the day.
Well,
middle of the day. Who has a Halloween party in the middle of the day? Halloween is for at night. Did you guys at least close the blinds?
because it's COVID, and nobody's trick or treating, so we had to do a piñata for the kiddos. That was their trick or treating.
Okay,
Claro.
I'll take it.
Piñatas.
I don't like it, but I'll take
Yeah,
it.
because I operated the fucking piñata, boy.
Oh, you're one of the Theos? Did you have the beer in your hand?
No.
Did you use your
I-
baseball bat?
No.
No.
I did. Well, I was fucking with them though. I was like dropping it really hard on their head.
Terrible, man. Terrible.
I didn't have the beer though.
Man, well, that's you messed up tradition. But I want to thank everybody for still supporting us and dropping comments and sharing. Everybody's been doing it.
Subscribe.
We've been getting a lot more subscribers. We've been getting a lot more comments. So I do appreciate it. We're gonna keep this thing going as long as we can and keep doing hopefully a good job. So let's jump into
Houston Hardball League.
Okay.
No games.
No activity.
None.
No
Got
activity.
rained out once again. Just cold front bullshit. And then with the weather being so cold.
Well, we had a game.
Well,
Friday.
we did have a game last week.
Yeah, Friday.
Oh, y'all did?
Marauders and what? Who else? Who did we play?
Diablos.
Diablos.
They didn't post anything.
Oh, well, yeah, we had a game.
Did y'all
Yeah.
win?
Yeah, we did.
We did.
What was the score?
14-2.
Oh, fuck out of here, dude. That's not a game. Jesus, batting
It's
practice.
not, and it was funny too because Doug over there was talking some shit. That's what's fun about this game, man. We like know each other.
I find that highly difficult to do.
To what?
Especially when you're like really good friends with people on the other team. It's so hard to be
Dude,
serious.
it makes it fun though, man.
Yeah, I get it.
does.
I get it. But like normally when you go into baseball mode, you're just like, I don't give a fuck who's over there. I'm mad at you. I don't like you right now. I don't like you today.
That's why I stepped on Dane's shoe on second base.
Yeah.
Did you really?
No, dude. when I got to the plate, I was talking shit to Dane. I was like, "Fuck, Dane, you fucking smell like Ben Gay again, man." And the umpire kind of like stood back and looked at us like,
what the fuck?
Like, what the fuck's going on? Like, you guys like already gonna get at it? And I was like, "Nah, I already know this motherfucker, you know." And
Yeah, he helped us out on Saturday too.
yeah, he did. Yeah, thanks a lot, Dane.
Oh, yeah.
Because we were
he's
short,
he's
yeah.
a catcher too, and
he's
he caught
dedicated.
for us.
And not only that, he's a dedicated catcher.
Yeah.
Dedicated catcher. Yeah. So, but I like it because like Doug was talking shit. Like I had a couple errors, at short, and he's like, man, he was talking. Oh, hit it to short, he'll do it. I was having a terrible game, and then when I went up there, I actually was having a good offensive game, and I told him he was playing short. I said, motherfucker, I'll watch. I'm about to smoke it by you, and I got it away from him a little bit, and it was pretty far. It was a good shot. And he goes, I go, hey, you should have dove for that. Nah, it was too far. I said, that's because you got no range. And
Talking that shit, boy.
it was, and it was fun. It was fun. I mean, we were having fun.
Yeah, he brought up the podcast.
He did.
Oh, did he?
He said, yeah. So that's
Put that on your podcast. Hey, but that's what it's about, right?
So like I want to say like maybe 3-4 weeks ago, we played against the Thunder, right? And like I said, man, when I get into game mode, I'm in game mode. I know Carlos, I know Jimmy, I know 90% of everybody that plays on that fucking team because I used to play on that team.
That was an accident. But it was good timing, though.
Was it?
Yeah, it was.
Anyways, so like I'm trying to be serious, right? And then they're like, "Oh, hey, what's up, big old Jimmy's like 6'2",
Oh,
6'3",
dude's huge.
220, big dude, man. He's all trying to hug me on the third base. I was like, dude, get the fuck off me, like for real. He's like, man, why are you being such a dickhead? I was like, because I'm playing right now, dude. Like, he's like, no, bullshit.
You know what's funny
He's
about?
like, love on me. And I was
Dude, Jimmy's like a big, gentle giant, bro. Like, he's a really nice dude. If you didn't know him, you looked at him at a distance, you're like, oh, one, he looks like a fucking ball player. Two, he looks like an asshole.
Yeah.
But he's a really cool
he's,
dude.
No, he's cool as shit, man.
Cool as shit, dude. And I've joked around with him, and those dudes are cool, man. I mean, Carlos too,
But no, so what happened was there was a play, or there was somebody hit a shot up the middle or some shit, right? And they were talking shit, and they said, "Put that on your fucking podcast, Cheo." And I was like, "What did I do to you? Like, I'm just sitting here, dude. Like, relax."
Yeah, but
You better expect those kinds of comments.
Oh yeah, they're coming.
Yeah,
They're here. They're here.
Oh, they're coming from all sorts parts of the league.
What was funny too was I think in that game we had with Diablos, Doug dove for one, like at third, and he missed it. And I said, I'm putting that motherfucker on the podcast.
It was a good night for baseball. It was chilly. It's nice weather.
Yeah,
though.
it was great
Yeah,
weather.
yeah.
It was great weather. So I definitely
Was that on a Friday?
yeah.
Because I mean, we had got rained out that Friday because we were going to play at Shield.
That's where we played. What do you mean?
No, Thursday. You got rained out Thursday.
Thursday.
Yeah, Thursday.
Yeah.
Yeah, Thursday.
Yeah.
My bad.
Yeah, we played Friday. We had a game Saturday.
Because they were scared that the because it was so cold that the fuel wasn't gonna have enough time to dry up. That's what they were scared of.
I mean, probably rightfully so. But that's when you're on private fields, that's what happens. So, but we had that game. It was a good game, but I like it, and I appreciate the the shout outs that they gave us and that they watch and that they enjoy it. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah. Cool. So let's you want to get into Liga
Metropolitana?
Yeah.
Oh, dude, I said it.
You did.
I said it.
Good
Oh,
job.
nice.
Good job. Yeah,
said it.
I can't do that.
Metropolitana.
So they had an All-Star game, which I think is pretty dope. I think last week we announced half a squad because we didn't have the full roster. So these are the results: the South squad versus the North squad. The South squad won 10-2. So I mean, there you go.
That's a squad that had
So
Alianza on there, right?
Alianza, and I don't know who else they had on there, but I know Bobby Mead. I know half the coaching.
Winning coach, right?
Yeah. Bobby Mead, winning coach for Alianza, dominated, man. I think he did. I mean, he's 11-0.
I know, what a beast, man. They're beasting over there. That's
Shout out to Bobby.
heck yeah. Bobby.
Shout out to Bobby.
And I heard Sergio got the MVP, right?
Yeah, Sergio. I was just texting him right now. He said he got the MVP for his team.
Oh, did he? Oh,
Yeah.
okay. That's
Nice.
dope.
Nice.
What was his stats again?
He went 3 for 4, 1 double, and 2 singles.
That's badass.
Yeah. Shout out to you, Serge.
We
Good job, man.
we played him Saturday.
Yeah, and he was playing solid short, man. Way better than me.
He wasn't catching.
No, he wasn't catching. He was playing short. Yeah, he was doing a good job.
Expanding your horizons.
Oh yeah, but I mean, they had plenty of people to cover. We only had 8 up to maybe 9 in some parts of the inning. Thanks a lot, Cheeto.
Yeah, 4 or 5 innings. We actually had 9 guys out there.
Yeah,
Look, man, I feel horrible. Okay,
I don't think you do.
It's okay.
I do. I feel horrible. I
believe
truly do feel horrible.
When you're drinking that beer, were you thinking about us?
I kind of was.
Okay.
I looked at because Matthew, after he got off work and he came over to the house and we kind of looked at him. I was like, we should have went to the game.
But did you at least pour a little out for
Yeah.
us losing?
Yeah,
A little bit, yeah.
Okay.
I was like, here you go, guys.
Well, we can get into that, but please
Go
continue.
ahead, man.
Okay, let's see. Oh, so they had a home run derby too.
Okay.
Something
cool.
that we didn't have during our All-Star game.
No, not in ours. I think
Not
they-
this season.
I think Sunday does it.
Mhm.
Not Saturday.
No. You know what? We did have one a season ago. I don't know why we didn't do it this season, but we did it a season
Probably
ago.
just because COVID shit,
Probably so.
timing and money or whatever. So the winner of the home run derby was Dre Rangel from the Brewers.
As expected.
Has 9 home runs. 9 in total. First in the first round and 5 for the championship round. And he was going against Marco from the Alancia.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he had 8 in total, 4 and 4 in each round.
Oh, so you beat him by 1.
Yep.
Well, that's still pretty close.
That's pretty close, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not a bad home run derby. And then Matt Paisano, I don't know if that's really his name, but I'm saying it that way. Matt Paisano from the Pirates won MVP for the All-Star game.
What did they say? What his position was?
Yeah, he looks like he was playing outfield.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, he went 3 for 4 with 5 runs. Well, hold on. 3 for 4 with 5 runs saved in the outfield assists.
You know, and that's the thing I think with I know a lot of people don't take All-Star games serious, but I think they should because you're playing the best of the best, right? You supposedly got the best catcher back there, best first baseman, second, third, and so on. And so when you do able to score up some runs, right? You hit some gappers or you hit some shots. That means you're going against a pitcher and you're going against one of the best defenses out there. So if you do well in there, that means you're a very good player, or at least that day, anyways. Because sometimes any given day, sometimes it could be somebody else.
You think we take All-Star games way more serious than the MLB does?
I sometimes don't think we take our All-Star game serious enough, but that's me.
No, I agree with you.
You know what I mean? Sometimes they look at it as, hey, it's just an All-Star game, but it's like, yeah, man, but you're competing against the best of the best, man. I mean, like
because I'm gonna tell you, the only people that take that shit serious, the word All-Star is Little League. Those are the only fuckers that take that like to heart because they're like, "What? We made All Stars? Like we're going against the best of the best of every district."
That's how it should be, man. I mean, that's even NFL. That's MLB. I mean, think about it, man. Think about the how difficult it is for MLB when you're pitching against a pitcher. When a pitcher has to go 7 innings, he's going through a process. Okay, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do this. So it's like a long game plan. When you're only going to pitch 1 inning, you're going all out, man. I'm giving you 95, 98 every pitch because I'm only going that 1 inning. So I'm leaving it all out there. You know what I'm saying? So as a batter, if you're going yard against that looks badass. If you're a pitcher and you strike out the whole side, that looks badass because you didn't face mediocre players. You faced basically the 1 through 4 hitters all the way through the whole lineup. So, it's I personally like it. I think people should take it more serious, but that's just me.
Well, because they don't take it serious because it kind of is a meaningless game. When you look at all the games in the regular season, and what players have to do to prepare for them and stay healthy for them, why would we risk a guy playing that he may get hurt in this game?
In a meaningless game.
But that's why they only pitch him a couple innings.
But here's the thing, though. Any game is really meaningless. You don't get nothing.
But who though?
Well, the commissioner said it's only a piece of metal, right? The MLB commissioner.
You talking about?
You went back, huh?
Yeah, I did. So what I'm saying is, if you really, really look at it, any game is really meaningless.
MLB.
Any game.
Well, okay, I disagree with that because that is a job, right? The better a player does, the more money he can potentially get, right? If he makes it to the World Series and he's a free agent the year after that, he's putting on a show for everybody else, and his contract numbers are just going up.
But why do you think
that's a business?
It is a business, but what I'm saying is, in the playoffs, one of the reasons when you say, man, this guy did very well in the playoffs, is because you're playing the better teams, which means that the stakes are higher, but you're playing better pitching, better everything. People now are gonna try harder, right? They're gonna dive a little bit more because that's if you honestly look at playoff games from October on, you start to see some very spectacular plays. Before that, they're trying to stay healthy for the rest of the season. So it's not towards until it starts to mean something, they start to turn it up. But what I'm saying is, I just wish they would somehow play better in those All-Star games in any sport. They should just turn it up because you're playing the best of the best.
Right.
That's how you know if you're badass.
Yeah, and the MLB, it's called the All-Star break for a reason because it's just that. It's a break, right? It's a break from having to deal with the pressures of the game. People can can go out there and they can relax. They have fun with it.
It's like more of a fan thing.
Yeah.
I mean, it is
like being intimate, like really intimate with the players.
Well, I think he brings up a good point. It's a fan break, right? I can mess up over here. It doesn't matter. We're just having fun. But I also think I wish there was some sort of incentive that you would see.
There is home field advantage.
No, they don't do that anymore.
They don't?
No.
Shit. Well, we haven't had an All-Star game in a year, so.
Well, no, they haven't done that for a couple of years.
Well, I've been out of it.
Yeah, no, they don't do that anymore.
Yeah, I think they changed it, but that's my point, though, right?
It's the best record now.
But that's my point. I think that And the reason they did it is because they're like, hey, we don't even take it serious. You know, why should we do it? And it just kind of sucks because sometimes I think they wouldn't play certain pitchers because of the playoffs. You know, you're gonna get him hurt. You're messing up my pitcher for my playoff hopes. You know, so it's just I don't know. I just feel we should take it more serious. So I think it's kind of cool that they do it. That now the Metropolitana League is doing it, and I think it's. I mean, people should take it serious.
Well, that's a really good segue because what I found out is when you don't take it serious, there are some penalties involved in that league.
Yeah, we just found that out. That's pretty interesting. Go ahead, go with it.
So, according to my sources, they're saying if you're on the roster and you don't show up for a game, you get fined. Now, I don't. I'm not too sure if it's 25 or 50, but you get fined for not showing up to the game. I know if you argue with an umpire and the umpire throws you out, you're fined 50, and you're suspended for a game.
Where is this?
That's Bronte's league.
Liga Metropolitana?
Oh, yeah. Look at that.
I'm about to write this fucking shit down, man. I'm going to get it, okay? I'm going to get that name down.
So say that again. You don't show up to the game, you get fined $50?
So if you're on a roster, right, you're committed to that roster, and you don't show up to a game, you get fined.
So are you saying you're committed to the roster or you're committed to that game? Do you have the right to say, I know I cannot make it to this game?
And I think that's what they mean. I'm sure we'd have to hopefully
we would have to like really look into it, but this is just what we got so far.
And I want somebody to comment on it because here's the thing: when I first heard about it, I to some players they might look unfair. Now I'm pretty sure it's not if you got to go to work, right? Or something like that, right? Or a family event, right? I'm sure
a flat tire,
or a flat tire with ball tires,
or
right?
Halloween.
But if you're just fucking being flaky, I think it's good. Let me tell you why. One of the reasons I don't play in those leagues anymore, is because people wouldn't show up. I'd show up to games, I would be there, and most of my team wouldn't show up because they're drunk, hungover, whatever. So then you have the other team that's ready to play, right? 10, 12 guys. Then you got 6 guys on this team, and now not only you take fun from me, but from the other guys, and you waste everybody's fucking time. Mm-hmm. So, when you're gonna get penalized $50 to me, or $25, it makes because you gotta think about it. That was my kind of gripe at the beginning when we started the podcast. Was like, well, one of the things why NABA and HHL is a little bit more organized is because you're paying more money. You're paying anywhere $250 upwards and up. Right? You're paying for better fields, but it's more organized. You very rarely do you have a forfeit because not enough players. So because you pay a lot of money. So what happened in the other leagues, like the Mexican leagues, Oreta and De Leon and stuff like that, is that you're paying $5. So you're like, I don't show up, I save $5.
It's right? $5, whatever.
Whatever,
yeah,
right?
Yeah.
But hey, if I don't show up and I didn't, I no call, no show, as they say in work. Well, guess what? You're gonna get hit $50. Well, then you're gonna make sure that you show up because it's even in our league. It's a team sport. Mm-hmm. Everybody needs to show up. Don't if you got work, cool. If your family's sick, fine.
Let me know.
Let me know. But when you don't show up, you're letting other people down. You're not just letting the manager down. You're letting your whole team down. Because now I have to, for instance, like this Saturday, I had Cody playing first, which he doesn't play first. I had X playing catcher. So we had people that were out of kind of pocket. That weren't where
we had a 3-man infield.
3-man infield. We're playing with 8 people.
Well, I want to thank y'all for doing the best y'all could with what y'all had.
Well, we tried, and
Hey, but y'all didn't go down without a fight.
No, we had a close.
We went down, but it wasn't without a semi-fight. I guess.
Semi-fight. Hey, we got a little slap in there, maybe, but that was they beat us up. But I would rather play than not play. I guess even if it's 8 people. Yeah, I know we're about to get tagged for some runs. Whatever. We're suited up. We're already there.
Might as well.
What that was pretty interesting, and I know some of the team didn't like it, and I think you didn't like it, Hody, but because we only had 8 players, we were exposed. So a player bunted to that opposite side with a hole.
Really?
He made an attempt. Now I know. Here's what it is.
Really?
Yes. Now,
do I know this person?
I don't remember who it was. Maybe Cody.
No, I don't.
Here's the thing. some people are like kind of mad over that, right? Like, hey, how you gonna bunt? Now, I wasn't mad because here you're trying to get on base. What I didn't like is that we were short. It's not like we were doing a shift, right? Like an MLB.
Yeah.
I've always wondered why, and you'll see it every once in a while when they have a shift.
Yeah, when they had the right side of the field pulled over.
Yeah, the left side.
Well, I'm saying like for a right.
Well, depending on the orientation, yeah.
There's more righties than lefties. So what I'm saying is, yeah, the third base side is kind of open, and then every once in a while somebody will get smart and drop at the bunt, and I've seen they get a double.
Is that fair?
On a shift, yes. When you got only 8 players, you're straddling this weird line of like.
There is no line, dude. That's fucked up.
It is. I wasn't that mad about it. I was like, all right, at least he's being smart about it.
Well, that's just my opinion, you know.
Well, when you're up 10 runs, what the fuck is the point?
Yeah, I mean,
right?
It's like stealing.
I don't know.
No, because you got to earn that, right? You still have to earn that.
I'm saying when you're up by 10 and you're still stealing, right?
Well, yeah, but there's potentially a play there for you,
Yeah,
right?
I
You have a
get
chance to get him out.
I get that.
Yeah.
I was just trying to compare apples to oranges.
No, I don't think that compares.
He was apples and crackers, I think is what he was doing.
That's like, yeah.
Apples.
I would admire them more if that we had a missing right fielder and you're trying to hit it over there.
Right.
Because that's much harder than bunting where there's only one guy there.
Yeah, I guess that's true. I wasn't that offended, but I see what it was. But
Yeah.
it was
It doesn't offend me. It's just, okay, really? I mean, that's what you're going to do?
It's just annoying.
Yeah.
It is. It was. But I personally wasn't.
Maybe he's a bad bunter and he's just trying to practice. I don't know.
No, and sometimes that's what it is. Sometimes that's what it
You better
is.
start drag bunting.
And sometimes that's what it is. Sometimes that's again going back to being up 10 runs. Is
Yeah.
you practice it still. You practice like next time. I'm gonna call this. Next time, if for some reason we're up 10 runs, I'm gonna make you bunt on 2 strikes.
I will.
I will, and I'm gonna make you bunt on 2 strikes.
I'm gonna bunt
and
it
you
over I'm gonna bunt it over the shortstop's head.
Whatever you need to do, but I want you to bunt on 2 strikes. And for probably people who don't know that if you foul off a bunt on 2 strikes,
you strike out.
you're out. So, is it a strikeout or you're out?
It's considered a strikeout.
Yeah.
Oops.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's a foul ball.
That's
but
a weird
it's
rule,
a
but
strikeout.
yeah, it's a weird rule, but yeah, that's what they call it So it would be a forwards K, not a backwards K.
Interesting. I don't know what it was. Not you made me talk about it. So
I mean, one can argue, what if I check swing on a 0-2, but it looked like a bunt and it went foul?
I don't know.
You know what I'm saying?
It's umpire discretion.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Oh, if it's up to Philip, I fucking did it.
You went, motherfucker. I didn't even see it, but I know you went.
If it was up to James or Chris, I'm fucked in all those.
You're gonna get
all
that.
those scenarios. I'm fucked.
tell you what, dude. If Bobby got you, you'd be like, "Hiya!"
Oh.
Out, strike 3. Get the fuck out of here.
Oh,
man.
So since we've already navigated the N.A.B.A, let's look at the scoreboard. And unless you have more.
No, I just want to give a shout out to Bobby Meade, man. Good job on winning the All-Star game, and that's about it, man.
And he's 11-0 now, huh?
11-0 during the regular season.
One more thing is Bobby's trying to put together a team. I think he's looking just for pitchers, but they're gonna do a tournament out in San Antonio.
Oh yeah, I'm already going to that.
Are you really?
Yeah.
Damn, man, they're really getting desperate.
Okay, well,
no, that's cool. That's
wait,
good.
did he call you?
Nah, dude, I'm not.
Okay then. Shut your face.
I must be really bad if he didn't call me, but I don't expect him to call me anyway.
I was gonna ask you if you wanted to go just to fucking go.
Actually, dude, I wanted to go.
Fucking go.
No, but here's the problem. I'm not gonna insult the fucking game because if he didn't think to call me, then I'm not worried.
just be like, hey man, if you need me, I'll go.
If you need somebody to bring some water, let me know. Man, you want somebody to keep score?
You
want to
go?
No, I did want to go, bro.
Shut the fuck up. You're going.
No, I'm not going now.
Okay, you say that.
No, I'm not.
Then
going.
he's gonna be like, after the podcast. He'll be like, hey, Cheo, we'll go for real.
Put a good word in for me with Bobby.
I don't even know Bobby, dude.
You don't?
I never met him.
Oh no shit.
No.
Nah, man, get the fuck out of here.
Well, he knows us.
Yeah, well, I know Bobby. We played with Bobby before, so he's a good player. So yeah, Bobby got that going on, and then Pete from let's see, he was on the Warriors.
You talking about Pedro?
Yeah, Pedro.
He's on the Oilers / Thunder.
Yeah, he heard us talking about doing a tournament. He's thinking about putting something together too. So if anybody's interested in any of this stuff, just drop a comment or shoot us an email at justofftheplate@gmail.com, and we'll get you in touch with some of those guys. But he's thinking about doing something. Pedro's thinking about doing something in Vegas or Florida.
You talking about the one coming up? It's
Yeah,
in
coming
Florida.
up for
It's in-
NABA,
it's
for
in
NABA,
Florida.
and then Bobby's doing something with I think at the end of this month in San Antonio, right?
Yep. It's the weekend of Thanksgiving.
Yeah, cool. I think
Back to you, Cody.
Cody.
All right.
Yes, sir.
N.A.B.A. Saturday.
Sweet.
So I know we talked about our game, but let's look at some others. Outlaws beat the Pelicans 8-2. The River Dogs beat the Scorpions 12-2. And Pirates lost to the Redbirds 13-3.
Got some high-scoring games there.
With only 8 to 9 guys.
Yeah.
Is that in the Zoom notes?
Yeah.
Actually, the rest of the games are high scoring.
Really?
Yeah, listen to this. Marlins beat the Forge 11-5. The Colt 45
Oh shit.
beat the Avengers 11-1. So the Avengers finally lost the game.
Who beat him?
Colt 45 beat the
I
Avengers.
see what I'm talking about, man. And you know that's I think Jose
That's
Pedraza.
that's Chris. That's JJ's brother.
Colt 45.
Yeah.
No, oh, wait, I was thinking about Cyclones.
Yeah,
what I'm thinking
Yeah,
about.
yeah.
that's-
Cyclones are next. They beat the Bandits 22-2.
Oh
Wow.
man.
And then the Ironbirds beat the Astros 12-2.
Wow,
A
man.
lot of double digits. Actually, every game was double digits
like-
except for the first one, Outlaws and Pelicans.
So everything's a 10-run plus game,
Mm-hmm.
except for the 22
But here's
two.
here's the thing, man.
That's
Those-
20 runs, dude. Jesus
here's
Christ.
the thing, man. Those expansion teams are doing a good job, man. So, you know, hopefully some of the veteran teams can make it into the playoffs this season, man. It's gonna be tough. I mean, definitely.
Or just be an early winner for us.
Yeah, right. I mean, it's gonna be good watching it from live stream, right?
I could work on my broadcasting techniques.
Right. We can.
You know, speaking of live stream, it went live, pardon the pun, this weekend.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, I watched the Sunday League Championship game.
Did you enjoy it? It was a close game, man. 5-4.
Did you watch it on the big screen?
No, I watched it on my iPhone.
Oh, I thought you watched it on the big screen. My bad.
Well, I guess I could have synced it up or whatever.
Yeah.
I'm sure it would work, but no.
Yeah, but
No, I
it
did
was
not do
it
that.
was a good game. You know, we're gonna have on the show Coach Cheo on up next, but
Talking about the three-peat.
Three-peat yard goats.
N.A.B.A. Houston history right there. I don't know. It'd be interesting to know if there's a stat cast for N.A.B.A.
For the prior Houston
Yeah.
NABA, yeah.
Well, even just NABA period, right?
Yeah.
In the nation, because it's a nation.
Call
league,
Colorado.
right? But
Adam, get on that.
But I think that's cool. You're right. They did go live on that. You know, another thing that was kind of neat about the that game was they took photos and then we did the national anthem.
Really?
Yeah,
Huh.
it was pretty interesting. The funny part was, you know how so we had it on the speaker, and
Somebody's phone rang.
I think so.
Fucking iPhone?
Yeah, I think so.
Jesus
I think so.
Christ.
But here it turned out pretty good because now what it did was it made us go a cappella. So then now we had to sing it. So we started.
Did you really?
Yeah, we did.
Did anybody record this?
It was a
Yeah,
live stream.
it's on the live stream.
No,
Yeah.
but can you hear them singing?
Yeah, it
I
has,
would
it,
imagine.
yeah.
It has audio.
it has a decent audio. It actually picks up more than you think.
I'm gonna have to go back and look at that.
Yeah, it was actually cool. We
Can you
lined
pull up the? Can you pull
it.
up?
I'll pull it up. I'll pull it up.
I was going through the Saturday League games because it's also on demand. It's got all of the 3 games that were played. There was us. I think the Pelicans were before us and one after us. But anyway, you could hear you when we met before our game at the end of the first game.
You can hear them in the background.
Yeah. I mean, you can't really make out what you're saying, but you know it's you. We can hear your voice.
Yeah, I mean, it has, like I said, it has pretty good audio.
Yeah.
Man.
So be mindful.
Yeah, but definitely. I mean, and it was cool.
Shit.
Here, you know what's pretty cool, man? If you think about it, you know, what's baseball without the crack of the bat or the
Oh, yeah.
popping of the glove from the pitcher, right?
Yeah.
I mean, those are the 2 iconic sounds, you know.
Right.
So if you didn't have that, it just wouldn't be the same. You know what I mean? So I think it's cool. That camera's just gonna, you know, adds more value to the league, and I like that it's live, and then it's on demand.
On demand.
On demand, you know, and
Beat that Netflix.
yeah, definitely, man. I mean, but it was a close game. Hats off to the Yard Goats. I'm glad we kept them close because the last time when we faced them in the semifinals, they beat us 8-0.
Mm-hmm.
So that part, that we held them 5-4. I think that was pretty good. But it's
tough to lose a 1-run game.
It is.
I mean, we know that from experience.
Yeah, big time.
It is.
Big time.
It is.
It's still-
I guess you would rather.
It still burns a little bit, doesn't
Yeah,
it?
you would rather lose by 1, but somehow you won't feel as bad as if you lose by 10.
Yeah, because you're like, hey, I just never had a chance.
Yeah,
You know?
right.
So, but it was a good game. No ejections. Pitchers did their thing. Kept it down. The defense kept their thing, and
Tie game for a couple innings.
yeah. I mean, it was definitely a nail biter, for sure. And it was a good day for baseball. It was a good day for baseball, and
On the live stream, what I couldn't tell, I didn't start from the beginning, so you don't know who's leading. You don't know the score. You don't know what inning it is. So you can maybe figure it out. But I think Adam said that maybe he would try and incorporate something at the bottom of the screen, maybe do a score.
that'd be good.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh, that would be good, man.
Or he can just hire. I know 3 guys that do broadcasting.
Go broadcast. Then we wouldn't be play baseball. Hey, I'm not ready to retire yet, man.
We were talking about that the other day. We're like, those who can play,
Coach,
and those who can't coach,
umpire,
and those who can't umpire,
broadcast or podcast.
do podcasts.
But you've heard of that saying, right?
No, with the podcast.
No.
We were talking about that. We're like, he goes, man, I feel like I'm the end of
The
it
end is near.
is inevitable, man. Like it's gonna happen. We're just gonna do podcasting
Well,
for the rest of our lives.
And it is, man.
Well, go ahead and unplug mine right now.
It's hard, man, because like that was my fear, and if you remember, Cody, that was my fear about being a manager of the Pirates. I'm like, bro, you're basically hanging up the cleats. You suck so bad that you need to have your own team so that you can play. Put yourself in the lineup, and
That's rough.
It is rough, and I wasn't there yet. I'm starting to get there. I'm starting to live the coach's life now because I'm trash at short.
Yeah, I know. You like showed up in jeans and say, "Hey, y'all got this shit? I'm going to Dallas."
I left it in
Only
good
a
hands.
fucking coach could do that because I tried to do that Saturday and I'm getting beamed for it
We went to a Halloween party in the middle of the day. That's
with
just
my
weird.
kids.
That's weird.
with my daughters.
That's weird.
They're-
They're gonna be there the next day, right?
They're babies.
They're gonna be there the next day. They won't even notice.
The pic.
You literally can have that Halloween party on Sunday, or
They wouldn't even
they
know.
wouldn't
They wouldn't
know.
care.
They wouldn't even know. They're like,
That's
all
not the
right.
way it works, though, man.
I know. I know.
We almost had the forfeit.
Yeah, we almost. I was this close.
Come on.
No. I'm not talking about you. I
Lay
mean,
it on me. Lay it on me.
We had 8 no's and 8 yeses, maybe.
Yeah, really
Yeah.
close to that. Really close to that.
So it was tough.
It is. And,
We had extra guys coming in, and one guy didn't make it. Our 9th guy,
bailed out.
Bill, I don't know what
Yeah.
happened other than a flat tire. I don't know.
Being a chump.
So we had to scramble to find. Luckily, Dane was available.
People like that bail out like that are chumps.
Perhaps.
I'll call it.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
Because I know people like that.
Okay.
Chump.
Here's the thing, and it's sort of what I've kind of been saying is that this is a team sport. Like one guy can't do it all, right?
Right.
One guy can't show up and do the whole game, right? You need 9 players. You need a team, and
At least 9.
at
You really
least-
need more than that.
you do, but
We got screwed with the book. We couldn't even keep the book.
yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, that's
And
another
we're a
thing.
home team.
Yeah, and we're supposed to. Luckily,
And we had long innings. We come in. We're like, man, what the hell happened?
But the on-demand came into play, didn't it?
no, you know what it came into man?
Oh, shit.
Having good connections.
Well, yeah.
And
Stu helped.
Stewart helped me out.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, I said, hey, Stewart, because he had the extra player. I said, hey, man, my book's gonna be trash, man. Can you keep up with it? He's like, yeah, man. So he did me a solid. Appreciate that.
Good looking, Stu.
Yeah, I mean, but that's the relationship you build with other coaches and teams and
Yeah.
stuff, and say, hey, man, help me out with this. But it sucked, man.
But that is a great another reason why we have the stream. We could just go to that. Hey, watch 2.5 hours again if you lost and get to keep the book. But
well, yeah, I know.
hey, it's that option is there.
right. Relive the memory.
Yeah.
She was like, God damn.
No, but we did that one time. We had to go and we opened up the video and we went through the book. And we actually, I think the book came out better because it was 2 people talking about it. Like, hey, was that an error? Was that a base hit? Okay, boom, we put it in there, and we had to do it because we didn't have no players.
The outfield is tough to see if a hit or an error. But other than that, I mean, you can see pretty much everything.
Yeah.
You can't. Can you see the fly balls to the outfield or?
They kind of disappear.
Right
Yeah.
above the camera angle.
Yeah, but you got foul pole to foul pole, man. I mean,
Yeah, I've seen like some of the video from your game. I saw like it's just a snippet of it. It doesn't look bad.
yeah.
No, the quality's good.
Yeah,
Yeah, no, it looks really
the
good.
quality's good, and then if you
It might even look better on the big screen. I don't know.
If you click on the cog, you can actually go slow motion, and you can actually do.
I wonder if you could put it on the big screen and see how much it would stretch.
I could do it right here.
Yeah.
We'll have to just check that out.
Yeah, I could do it here. So I mean, I got a connection that goes from my phone to that right
Well,
there.
we'll put some footage in it right now.
There you go. Wow.
Boop, boop, beep, boop.
But you know that part is cool, and you know, hopefully you know, we keep it going, man, and maybe if he, like you said, he has the score at the bottom.
Oh man, that'd be so dope, dude.
They would, man, with the innings like almost.
Oh, but that's a lot of editing.
It is. Well, it's a lot of you know, getting the machine or a program to do it or whatever.
Yeah, somebody's got to do it.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. That's
You'd have to almost connect it to iScore.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
and then just upload the software to the video, or how would you do that?
Well, no, because you're doing it live stream. You want?
I know, but how would you do that though?
I'm not a IT guy, man.
What's funny is it's probably the most basic thing you can do in telecommunications, but we don't mess with it, so we have no idea how
We're
it
just
gets
fucking
done.
lost in the
Like
sauce.
you
man.
see like high school football games or something, then they have the score and the time up there.
Well, you know what? You actually could, if that board in the back worked, you can probably light it up where you could see it, and somebody would just click on it and say, "Hey, that's."
Oh, yeah.
You know what I
that's
mean?
true.
If you want to do analog, you know, go back to old school. But
But that's if that fucking thing works.
yeah. But I mean, there's.
I haven't even seen that press box open up.
We did. We actually had some.
It
guy,
did once.
We had an announcer. At one,
Yeah,
for
yeah.
a couple of
Was that a
games.
special game or?
No, we actually no, because we were trying it out. We actually had for a few games where they would announce it.
The machine that you do that we do the walk up music. That's karaoke, right? Has a microphone to it.
No, it's right there. It's right in your face. It's not a karaoke machine.
So
It's similar.
Is it?
You can. I've actually downloaded an app.
Can you plug in the XLR?
No, but I can Bluetooth my phone to it, and I actually wanted to do it to talk shit to the other team as they're like doing this shit.
Is that really your throw?
Yeah.
Is that really how you're gonna throw?
It's like, this is the way I talk. This is how not loud I normally talk. Dude, that's great, dude.
Oh yeah, dude. You know how much you get in somebody's head, but I actually wanted to do. But I actually wanted to do it when against a team that I'm
like
close
you,
with,
like Cam.
like Cameron, like Messi.
Oh, that
Cameron.
should be funny.
Oh,
You
yeah.
better swing harder than that.
You know, and have the camera.
Cam probably would say, "Shut the fuck up."
Yeah. Oh, dude, he would figure out how to put a microphone on his, and we'd just be talking shit to
Yeah.
each other, man. So,
That's funny.
but I did figure out how to connect to it, and then
It works.
kind of oh yeah, dude, sounds badass. It sounds
We'll have
badass.
to check it out.
I just I haven't brought I didn't bring it out this weekend because we didn't deserve no walk up music because we only had
No.
8 players. It's like I ain't got time for that shit. And it's
Again, I do apologize for that.
I kind of half-ass take it.
And on behalf of my brother too, because he can't speak for himself right now. So I apologize on his behalf too.
Yeah, but like it wasn't just you,
I know, but like I being vital.
Yeah, and more of what I want people just to understand is it's not just my team or anybody's team, but just think about that when you call off that you're not the only one. If other people are calling off and then they just don't have the right players. I mean, we just didn't have people in the right positions.
Really, it's a really bad domino effect.
It is, and then what me and Cody, luckily Cody, I got a good assistant here. Cody was helping me out, helping get players, and putting stuff together because dude. I was, me, I cuss. I was dropping some F-bombs, man, because I was just so mad. And then what happens is I don't have fun, and then I can't concentrate on my game.
Yeah.
And it's like I don't want to do this.
Yeah, I didn't even have time to warm up.
Yeah.
I'm sitting there registering somebody and managers.
Yeah.
Game time.
Game didn't warm up, and that's why at the beginning when I was first doing it, I hated it. When I was first managing, I hated it because I didn't get a chance to warm up. I didn't get a chance to do anything. I was like, no, I need to get focused on the game because at that time I was a big part of the team. I was, a key player to the team. So now it's like you can put whatever you want in shortstop. They'll probably do a better job than I can, but but it still takes my fun away from it. So just understand it's a team effort, and I think everybody. And it's just not my team again. I'm talking about in general. I mean, you got like Stewart when we play HHL. how many times is he struggling to put that team together, to put those 9 players so that we can play, and then you know, get people to play. So it's a tough thing.
Yeah.
Tough job.
Yeah. So I'm good. Anything else we gotta get off our chest before we get Coach Cheo on the phone?
I don't think so, man. I think I'm good.
Okay.
I've vented enough.
Did you?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Y'all feel better now?
I guess I got off my chest.
No, we still have a losing record.
Yeah, I
so.
know, man.
What are we now? 3-6, 3-5.
I'm not even gonna go there.
Yeah, I don't even care, dude. I don't even.
So
care.
let's forfeit the rest of the season and just barbecue
No,
every Saturday.
No, there is a line there, and we're not crossing it.
Yeah, we're not giving up on the season.
So
but
you're telling me I got to bring the barbecue bit out?
I think we just need to show up and be ready to play.
No, I'm just saying. You know, like after a game or something.
No.
No barbecue after a game. Why not?
It's not a public park.
Why not?
I don't know. Yeah, I don't think they're gonna let you just wheel in a barbecue pit at
No,
mall.
man. No, you build one from the tailgate, man.
No, this is not a public park.
Yeah.
No, man. They won't never know.
Yeah. Whatever. Yeah. Then
It's gonna be smelling fajitas and shit.
Adam's gonna get the call. Hey, you guys are no longer welcome on this field. Thanks to Cheeto.
Hey, yeah, save that for Anderson.
Can somebody verify that,
and
please?
Mason Park. Save it for all that.
We don't ever play there no more.
Yeah. But okay.
No, I'm good, man.
There was a time. Yeah, let's get him on the line.
Coach, what's up, man?
Hey, how's it going?
Listo?
Yeah, whenever y'all ready, man.
Right, it's Mexican time, dude. It's I know I said 8:30, but I should have said 8:30ish.
Play some Tejano for his intro.
Actually,
We're
go ahead.
California time. That's what I thought.
Yeah, right. He's like he didn't tell me if it was Pacific or Central.
Yeah, I said, estos pinche cabrones don't even know how to tell time, man.
Yeah, man. We're always running a little behind and stuff, you know. So, but I appreciate your patience. You can hear us pretty good.
Yeah, I can.
Yeah,
That's
you got
good,
us.
Cheetos.
You got us loud and clear.
Absolutely.
Crystal.
Cool. Hey, Coach, what do you got an iPhone up to your head, or you got some AirPods, or what?
I'm in my truck.
Órale.
Okay.
Yeah.
Bluetooth.
Yeah, Bluetooth. Exactly.
That sounds so much better.
Yeah, it sounds good on our end.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
I figured it'd be easier for me too, so you won't hear the chancla coming across the room in the house.
See, this is gonna be a good interview. See, I can already tell.
So our little disclaimer, we tell this to everybody. You say whatever you want. If you want to talk smack about someone, hey, feel free. We're all for it. But just know that people will hear you. Maybe not a lot, but somebody will be listening.
Average 200 people.
Well, he already busted my chops because I got his name wrong. I call him Cheto. And then when he came up to me, he's like, "Hey man, you got my name wrong." I said, "I know." I know when I said it wrong. And I'm like, "Ah, shit." And then, but he said that now the team calls him Coach Cheto now because of that.
Yeah, I have a new nickname.
That's funny.
So you want us to go by Coach Cheo? You want us to use your last name, or just introduce you as Coach Cheo?
No, Coach Cheo's fine because my last name's kind of hard. So
Okay, good. Because
I say that all the time.
Yeah. I'll be the one pronouncing it. So yeah, I don't want to mess it up.
Just for the record, Coach, what is your last name?
it's pronounced howdy gee, like howdy and then gee, howdy gee.
Howdy?
Yeah, howdy gee.
I say we use it.
You know what's funny, dude? My high school sweetheart was Howdy.
I hope she was better looking.
You know, she was hot. She was smoking, bro. She's not related to you guys. She was
by
smoking hot.
marriage.
She was smoking hot, dude. But
What was her name?
Raquel.
Oh, no way.
Nah.
She's my cousin if it's the same one. Northside?
No, this isn't California, fool.
Oh, no, it wasn't her.
Yeah. She was in California.
That's crazy.
Yeah, he scared me.
Small world.
Yeah, he scared me.
Yeah, because I have a cousin named Raquel Howdy, but they're from the north side.
She's about to call her up.
Yeah, no shit, huh?
Right. Hey, Daddy's home.
All right, here we go. You ready? On the line now, N.A.B.A. Yard Goats Sunday League manager, Coach Cheo. Coach, welcome to the show.
Hey, thanks for having me, guys. How y'all doing tonight?
Doing good, man.
Good.
I'm stuffed. I had too much pizza earlier.
Are you
Oh,
are you
jeez.
surprised?
No.
So you're on your three-peat, man. I mean, that's got to feel good, right? That's
Oh, absolutely. It was a season of survival, as I called it, because of COVID, but we still haven't slept. I mean, it's been the feeling's pretty good.
So you are off pretty much for the rest of the season, huh? For the winter, go hibernate.
Absolutely. All of my hunters are happy the seasons are over. I mean, I got guys flying out, driving out to Wyoming and stuff like that because they're like, we don't play baseball this late in the season. So I'm happy for them. They can stop whining.
That's probably why they stay healthy. You know, us Saturday League guys, we're trying to play all year round and getting hurt.
right. Trying to be.
Well, it is true because in 2017 we tried to do the fall league, and half the guys told me they didn't want to do it, but they did it anyway. And we were having 7 or 8 guys show up, so we didn't even finish the fall league. We ended up saying, hey, we can't get enough guys out here. There's no sense wasting the time. And we said, hey, we'll never do this again because you got to rest your body also. And they just got too much going on in their lives.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I think it's a double-edged sword, right? Like for me, I feel that I'm in better shape, I guess, because I do play a lot of baseball. But I can definitely understand where sometimes rest is good because sometimes when we do have a break, like when we had 2 or 3 weeks, 4 weeks, or even a month and a half break, I feel like I can see the ball better, more relaxed. I'm not even thinking about it when I'm at the plate. I'm just reacting. So it does help.
Yeah, we didn't have much of a break going in from the summer to the fall.
No, we didn't.
Not at all. Yeah.
No, it just went from week to week. That was
Yeah.
it. But like
Yeah,
back
but
to,
that's like Mexican League. That's how they do it in the Mexican League. So it's that's what they do. They go from like season to season to season. So
But the only thing good about that is if you have a crap game, right? You have one next week and you can try to make up for it.
yeah,
Otherwise, if you have a crap season, then you got to wait a whole nother season to try and redeem yourself.
yeah.
yeah.
Hey, coach. Speaking of like, so you're on your three-peat, right, with the NABA league.
Hmm.
Now, before NABA, where were you coaching before NABA?
Oh, I was coaching high school baseball, and I still coach high school baseball.
Do you want to say the school or no?
Well, actually, yeah, it's West Houston Thunder. It's a homeschool program that I've been there since 2009, when my son was a freshman in high school, and afterwards I continued to coach, even though he graduated back in 2012. But my background's from the select sector. You know, we play select all him growing up and travel quite a bit all over the U.S. and um, coming into homeschool was a little bit different because there's no, you can't cuss, you can't disrespect everybody. It's a different ball game,
Right.
and
Different demographic. Different demographic out there.
exactly. And starting up in 2017 with the Yard Goats, it was kind of like, okay, now you can relax and be yourself, but it's been a blessing either way, that's for sure.
Do you enjoy? Do you have a preference between the high school and then your adult league team?
Um, Not so much a preference, but when you get a freshman class in high school every year, it's like you're opening up a new can of Coke. It's a fresh start, fresh 4 guys. It's going to be a good 4 years, and you see them as young kids, 14-year-olds, 15-year-olds, and then when they leave you as 18-year-olds, they become good ball players. Versus the adult, half the team that plays with me, they've been playing with me since they were 13, 14-year-olds.
Oh wow, I didn't know
You
that.
know, oh yeah, they played select together. They went off. Some of them played high school together. I mean, I have 4 or 5 homeschool kids on the team that they played for me in high school, and then they went to play college, and then they started playing again together.
Wow.
And so it's still fun to watch them play, and still I think out of the 15 we had this year, I think 8 of them are coaches. So they're coaching each other in the dugout. And I just see that's my trophy, Hey, that's my reward because I see you're trying to teach him something and he's turning around and telling you, no, you're wrong. It's like this, So I still like both sides of it.
Yeah, that's what I noticed. Like, we had Stewart. Stewart. He's a Cyclones, right? And he had talked about, hey, I go by the title of manager. I'm not a coach. And so we were having this discussion before we got on the air about, are you coach manager? And I said, Coach Cheo, he's a manager. I mean, he's a coach because even when when you and I met a couple seasons ago, you were, regardless if we're on different teams, you were sharing your knowledge with me, like, hey, I think you should do this, or hey, look at this and look at that. So I've learned from you, and I think that's how the title of coach fits, right? The coach is there to mentor you to be a ball player, and I think you're never too old to learn. I mean, there's always stuff that you forget from your high school coach or your college coach that somebody can kind of remind you, like, oh yeah, I forgot about that. That's a good point. Especially, I mean, you see it out here in the men's league where guys don't know who to throw their cutoff. They don't know where play they're supposed to be on a bunt. I mean,
Right.
me, I got caught slipping a couple times where, like, I got to check, like, hey, I'm on second, so you staying home or I'm going behind you, that kind of thing. And sometimes we forget the fundamentals.
Hey, Coach, you know Armando better than anybody else out here. Like, how did he do Sunday?
This last Sunday?
Or for the championship game? Wasn't that past Sunday?
Yeah, I didn't play.
Damn, you should have did your research before you asked that question.
I did well.
I thought you played.
I misunderstood the question. I thought you said, what do I think about your ERA? My bad.
Oh, you're talking about your ERA.
My
bro.
ERA? My
Yeah.
ERA is horrible.
Exactly. It's in the
I'm
teens.
just kidding, man. That's
Well, at
that's
least
the
I know.
$20 Armando slipped me in
Yeah, I
on
said-
Sunday.
Yeah.
I
said,
think-
did you really?
Exposed.
Exposed, bro.
I think next.
wow.
I said, how do we bring up his ERA? How do we bring up his ERA?
I think.
I'm embarrassed right now, bro. Fuck you, man.
Hey, at least you're blushing. That's a good thing.
Yeah,
you
you
know.
Fucking asshole, man.
I think his performance on Sunday next to Colt McCoy, he held the camera awesome the whole time.
¿Verdad que sí?
He was during the game. I mean, so his stat skills are going to be pretty awesome.
Heck yeah, man. I
He
mean,
kept a fascinating book, right?
Yeah, I did, man. I mean,
Yeah.
it's what I was doing is I was documenting the yard goals on the 3P. This is gonna be new 30 for 30, right? You know what I mean? Like I was filming history.
Backstage yard goats.
Yeah, backstage yard goals, man. Filming history, because yeah, I mean that's my role. I mean the only time I got to bat at the bottom of the ninth, which I had a chance to end it, but it didn't go well for me. You guys' shortstop made a fantastic play, by the way.
Exactly. You smoked the ball. I was already like putting hit on Game Changer, and he just dives and makes this spectacular catch and throws him out at second, which I'm like, okay, you couldn't make the easy routine play up the middle, but you make a diving catch on Armando's the only possible hitting.
I know that made me laugh because when I walked over to the dugout, I was like, "Damn, bro! I thought I got a hit too." I was like, "Oh, I got it between them," and he made that play. I said, "Damn, I'm making you look like a goddamn all-star over here." So, I mean but that's what's awesome. That's what I love about this game is that you got people pressured in the moments that are doing something, right? So you got him. He made a fantastic play. I mean, a key play because he doesn't make that play. He gets either Mikolas stays at second or maybe goes to third, but we got man on first and second and no outs. So it changes the game a little bit. So it's really awesome to see stuff like that.
Yeah, that game 5-4, right? I mean that's a good game. That's a close game. Not like a blowout that you would see in the regular season. It's a game that
a real championship game,
Yeah.
right? You would have come to expect in a championship game. And what's interesting about that game is every time someone scored, the opponent would come back and score in that half inning, and it was tied there for 2 or 3 innings, and then I think you guys broke through in the 7th. Coach, is that right?
That's correct.
Yeah, 2 runs in the 7th. Yeah.
Exactly. The umpires had a brain fart again that inning, so that opened up the inning. That's for sure.
I heard y'all had like 7 umpires out there.
Yeah, but only one had their prescription glasses on.
But it was 3 umpires with 7 hands. Is really what it was, because it was disappointing. But I've been around the game long enough to know that
human error.
Yeah, they're human, and some of them do it because they love it, and some of them do it because they need the money. So, hey, deal with it,
So how are you feeling in that game? Like I said, it was a close one. It's not like, players or teams were putting up 5-6 spots in an inning. I mean, it was close all the way through. Was it a nail-biter for you?
It was, but I've always loved coaching in one-run ball games. I think the best of the best are going to come out, whether they get the win or we get the win. Somebody's going to have to do something spectacular and to win a close game. And it's fun to watch, no matter if you're going to on the winning side or on the losing side. If they would have won the game, you can't say you're disappointed, because it was a great game and they just got the key hit. They made the key play, or the other team made the key error. In this case, it was an error by the umpire, physical, mental error, and then you got the hit, and that's just the way the game goes sometimes, But it's compared to last year. We won 5-0, and we were cruising through the championship game the whole time. And our guy that was on the mound, he was just dominating. And the year before that, we played the Cyclones and we beat them 14-6. Wow. So that was pretty easy. And
well, yeah, I mean, this season you guys beat us, or just before the playoffs, or no, it was a playoff game. I'm sorry, you guys smoked us 8-0. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And
yeah.
so it was a good game based on that, because it was your son was up on the mound the first playoff game that we lost to you. And then this championship game, he was on the mound too. So it's kind of one of those things where you're like, hey, hopefully it's not, at least on our end. I know on your end you wanted it to be the same outcome, but on our end, we're like, man, hopefully we were able to put some runs against him, because he did very well last time,
Right.
So, I mean.
Exactly. You guys, the Cyclones, they hit his mistakes. Pitchers make mistakes, and if you can take advantage of those, they knock the crap out of the ball. You guys fought. I mean, you go back to the game before that, the semi-championship game, however you want to define it.
Yeah.
We're supposed to have 12 guys there, and only 9 show up, and it's like, okay. And then I don't know if you remember that play where it was in left field and Cheo was playing short, and he tried to make a catch and he twisted his knee.
Yeah, I remember that.
And he had to come play first the rest of the game. We only have 9 players. We don't have nobody else but me, and I can't go out there, So you're thinking, is he going to be healthy for next week? What did we just do here? Did we just screw the season over?
Right.
But he had a little come to Jesus talk with me, and I told him, hey, you got to suck it up, man. I don't care if you put a knee brace on, icy hot, max freeze, whatever you need to do. We just need 5 innings. And he gave us 7 innings. And then, he struggled, but, Didi did a good job too, and he struggled. And they've been battling each other for the last 3 or 4 years, so it was fun to watch.
And that was your son that twisted his knee, right?
That's correct.
Yeah. See, that's how dads are.
No, but that's good. No, but I like that.
Rub some dirt on it.
Yeah.
Get your ass back in the game.
No, and I love that, and I love that he pulled through, because that's what it should be. That's I feel like you got to leave it all on the line. I mean, the whole point of playing the season is so that you can
win the last game.
Yeah, win the last game.
Yeah.
I mean, all that stuff means nothing if you don't win the last game.
Hey, Coach, you think we should do like Select Ball does, get the rings at the end of the season?
Rings? I work with my hands, so I've never been a ring guy.
Well, I mean, just to have it in your case, though.
Yeah. As long as they put your picture on it, I think, and your hair, I think it'll be okay.
Well, I'm getting slammed today, huh?
Hey, dude, he's gonna get you. He's gonna get you.
What did I do?
No, hey, that's Raza right there, dude.
I'm just kidding, man.
No, let him have it.
Was
Let
that
him,
the other 20 that he slipped you?
Yes, I do. I'm owe him a lot of money at the end of this interview here.
Wait. I'm gonna shut up.
But it was a great game, and I think two good teams battled it out, and you're right, there was some errors from it's not some very good calls from the umpires, and you just got to deal with them. And what I do like is that nobody lost their cool, right? Like there was no, because you remember the calls. I mean, there was one where like it was clearly two of them were clearly foul balls, and or you had the umpire. The field umpire and the home umpire not being on the same page, but nobody lost their cool. You just got to roll with it and just go with it. You know what I mean? And deal with it and move on. But there was no point in trying to get thrown out of the game because they're wrong. You know what I mean? They're humans. They make errors, and you just roll with it. So
yeah, that's a big game to get thrown out of. So,
but I think Coach Cheo and then obviously Stewart are mature, right? They're not gonna do that. They've been around the game long enough, and they know that it's not worth it. Nothing's gonna come out of it, and that's part of what I hope to preach on the podcast. Is like it's just there's no point in arguing with the umpire and getting kicked out. It's just it doesn't make any sense. Because here's the thing: in the end, very few people saw it. Right? If you argue like they do in the MLB, you got thousands of cameras. There's people that are gonna go, yeah, you know what? Armando was right for arguing with that umpire and kicking this on him, or Coach Cheo was right for screaming at the umpire because that was clearly a ball, that was clearly a foul. You got that. But when you're out there screaming on an MLB, in our field at Memorial Ashford,
you look like a dummy because you can't prove your case. Is what you're saying,
yeah.
right? There's no evidence.
There's no evidence. There's no evidence. It's just like, hey, you just that's your opinion, and the only opinion that matters is the umpires.
I mean, the worst thing that can happen is the umpires get together and they get it right, but you still scarred the umpire. So therefore, there might be a high pitch that you think is ball 4, and he's going to ring you up later on. You're not going to win. You're not going to win that battle. You're going to lose it in the long run. And the first inning, the one you're talking about, that Postma hit down the line. The first thing that came to my head was what you guys talked on your last podcast was, we want 3 umpires instead of 2 umpires. And I'm like, okay, it's okay to have 3 umpires, but if they don't know how to work a 3 umpire crew, it does you no good. It's going to hurt you.
Yep.
And immediately the home plate umpire made a call that wasn't his call, but then the third base umpire made the same call. He called foul, he called fair, and I just asked a question to the home plate umpire, and he says, that's my call. And I kind of looked at him, and I said, well, in a 2-man crew, that might be your call. But, okay, so whatever. It'll even out later on. And, you say that, and it usually does, but not till the next game. But the baseball gods were looking down on us, and they said, I'll get you one back here in a little bit. And there was another play where the Mickus kid was playing third base, and I'm standing right next to him. He clearly gets the ball in foul territory, and he calls it fair.
Yep.
And I'm like, okay. And that hurt you guys again. Now we're even 1-1. And then the other one was, I still don't understand that one. The ball never made it to the bag, and Manny gets it in foul territory, and he calls it fair.
Yeah.
And that's, but it is what it is.
Yeah, and you're right, and it is what it is, and you just roll with the punches. And the other one that I thought was kind of funny was at the bottom of the 9th where the pitcher tried to pick him off, and it hits the umpire. I was like, oh, dude, that's our luck. Like if the ball gets past, if the ball doesn't hit the umpire, we may get second, maybe even third, but for sure second. And it's like it stops right there. I'm just like, dude.
It was not your day.
No.
Let me ask you this, Armando. In a 2-man crew, where's that umpire?
Oh yeah, he's in the B slot. Yeah, he's in the B
B
slot.
slot. He's not even there.
Yeah, he's
And
not
that
even
ball
there.
gets that ball gets away down the line.
You know, that's
So
a good point because we asked for a 3-man umpire. That's why he's there.
Well, when I made that suggestion, 3 or 4 guys, I'm assuming they're gonna take a meeting and determine, hey, who's doing
Right.
what.
Yeah.
I just assumed that, but who knows?
But here's the thing. That's what like he said in the last podcast with Philip. Philip says, "Hey man, not everybody knows how to manage a 3-man crew.
Right.
It doesn't happen. Usually it's 2-man crew, and that's what they're used to.
So the runner was on first, and he tried to pick him off,
He tried to pick them off.
and it hit the umpire.
Yeah, because there's one on each line.
I know, but like how close was the umpire to the first base?
Well, it was a bad throw.
Was it wide?
Yes.
So he's up the line.
Well,
So
I'm thinking. Okay, even me as an umpire, right? You're like way away from the. You're like in the grass where it meets the dirt on the backside of
it
first.
was that bad of a throw. That's what I'm saying.
And
We
it
could have
still
had.
hit him.
What I'm saying.
I'm just trying to picture it in my head on where he was.
Yeah.
it was like the throw that Austin made to me on Saturday. Oh wait, you weren't there.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Out there acting like a clown. He's running around with a Joker suit on or looking like a jester. While we're out there trying to win a game, get our butt kicked by the Redbirds. So, but
Hey, Coach, let me ask you. So you started this team in 2017?
in 2017, that is correct.
So what gave you the motivation to start this team? I mean, did you just happen to come across this league and say, hey, I want to get a team together, or were you guys actively searching for a place to play?
No, my son played for Adam and the Cyclones, and he was their pitcher when they won the Fall League Championship. He was the pitcher on that team, and him and Sean McIntyre played on the Cyclones, but they played high school ball together, and they wanted to make their own team after the 2016 season. He played with the Cyclones in 2015 and 2016. And back then they played summer, fall. So he played like 4 seasons with the Cyclones. And I told him, I think it's great that y'all are making a team. And then later on he says, well, we need a coach. And I'm like, oh, okay. Well, I don't think it's that great that you're making a team.
You didn't think about it far enough.
No, I didn't. I was still coaching high school, and I was like, oh man, we're almost done, and I'm gonna relax, and this and that. And here they come, hey, we're gonna need a coach, and I'm like, oh yeah, and I'm like, whatever. And I tell my wife, I'm not gonna do that, and she's like, you have to, you know how that goes.
yep.
So
That's your Miko.
oh yeah, exactly. That's your favorito, so you better do it, So I said, all right, let's get this a shot. And we try to make it an all homeschool team, but when they found out how much it cost, they immediately, hey, I can't make it, coach, because of whatever reason. And that's understandable, So
Bailed.
we actually got what we call the 3 New Mexico guys. They were coming over from the Hardball League, but they wanted to stay together. And Adam says, hey, are you willing to take 3 guys? And I'm like, can I try them out at least, But I understood they wanted to stay together, and they're still with us. We call it the core of the group. The 3 homeschoolers and the 3 New Mexico guys are the original guys from the original team. And then we started calling our select players from the original select team down the line, and then the guys started calling the guys they played in college with, and before you knew it, after the first season, I think we went to the playoffs and we lost to the Cyclones, and then we played fall ball and it fell apart, and that's when I said, hey, I ain't doing this no more, and they said, give us one more shot, and that's when we started getting all the guys together, and we made a run at it, and here we are doing it 3rd year in a row.
Well, with a 3-peat under your belt, there's no stopping now.
Yeah, you got to keep going. I mean, that's N.A.B.A. history right there, 3-peat.
In the modern era.
Yeah.
Adam era.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. N.A.B.A. Houston history. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know too much history on N.A.B.A. from the past, but it's not easy. I mean, these guys, for them to come back in shape and hit the batting cages and take the ground balls. They got to stay in shape to be able to compete, because, one of the worst critics we have is ourselves. One guy makes an error, there's going to be 13 guys on you. Hey, Bubba, what are you doing? And then if they're coaches, it's going to be even worse. It's because you didn't do this, and it's because you didn't do that. And the good thing is, we still work during the season and the off season. The off season is to save your arm, but still take those ground balls and put them in the bucket. Don't throw. Still go to the batting cages and hit. Because you don't want to come into the season come late February and March and you're just cold, because the way I do it is, I start the season, and through the whole season, I bat the lineup. I don't care if it's 13 or 14. I could care less. But come playoff time, if you're not hitting, you're not in the lineup. You're going to bat 9, you're going to bat 10. But if we're hitting, then everybody's going to hit. So like the 18 and 19, in the championship game, I was hitting 12, 13 guys. Wow. Because we were hitting. And this year, with COVID and, Mickey Mouse and all the other excuses everybody made this year for being the season so long, I said, look, this is the way it's going to be. I'm only going to bat 9, maybe 10. And then you guys, if the game allows, you'll get to pinch hit. But with the free substitution, that allows us to put our best defense on there also. But it worked out, that's for sure.
Well, you definitely got a winning strategy for sure. You can't argue that. No matter what a player may say to you and say, hey, well, I don't agree, that you don't put me in, or that I don't play enough. I mean, you got a winning strategy, and you definitely know what you're doing. So, because I could see, like, even I don't remember if it was this game or the semi-playoff game that we had with you guys, but like right off the bat, you guys were playing kind of small ball, bunting, getting on base, stealing, and it was kind of cool to see that, because you don't really see that a lot. And what was cool to see that was that means that you guys like practice with each other, or talk to each other about what you're going to do. It's not one guy at the plate doing what he wants to do without having a bigger understanding of what should be going on. So I thought that was kind of cool to see you guys do that.
It's I've always been a small ball guy. I've done it, and even if people know we're going to do it, I'm still going to do it, because you got to defend it. When you show me you can shut it down, then I'll stop doing it. When you got a catcher who can throw us out, then I'm going to stop doing it. But also from a player standpoint, they got to sacrifice themselves and do that stuff. They got to be committed to being a team player to be able to do that. And if you're not, then you go in the cancer spot, because you're out here to be an individual, and we're out here to have fun, but we want to do the things right, and if you're willing to do that, then you're going to play. But you can be a badass all you want. You can hit home runs, but if I tell you to bunt, you don't do it. I don't care if you're 30, 40 years old. I'm asking you, just as a mental part, are you willing to sacrifice at that time to bunt? And if you're not willing to sacrifice, then I don't need you.
Yeah.
That's just the way it is.
Yeah, I remember. I don't remember what game it was, but Manny, right? You and Manny got into it for a little bit, which is not a issue. Manny gets into it with everybody, right?
That's yeah, it's a normal Sunday for a compadre.
Yeah. So, because me and him get into it too, and it's funny. It's funny to watch him because I'm on his team, but it's funny when he gets into it with somebody else. But the one time he looked at me, I think there was a man on first and second, and he goes, "Hey man, lay down the bunt." And now on the surface, it may look like I sacrificed, but I've been struggling at the plate, so it was like it did me a favor, right? Like I put down the bunt. I didn't get to first, but I moved over the runner, so I was happy that I was able to contribute, sacrifice my at bat, and get over. But I went ahead and did it. I didn't feel like I was sacrificing anything, so
that's a great point though, because number one, it's going to give you positive that I contribute to the team. Number two, you are contributing to the team. And, and those 2 runs scored, the guy behind you does his job. You done your job. That's
Yeah.
what you're asked to be done that way, and it's a sacrifice for you, especially if you're hitting .0 whatever.
Yeah.
You know.
When nobody's off limits, is there?
No, hey, but you know
How
what?
does he? How does he? Is he watching our stats?
Bro, he's watching everything. Even
A good coach sees all, right?
He does. Dude, he knew what we were doing before we were doing
Hey,
it.
get on Cody now. Say something about Cody.
I don't know if he has much dirt.
Mr. Cody.
Oh man, no, but that's good, man. Now let me ask you this: Did you yourself play ball at any point?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I went to school in Gregory, Portland, which is outside the Corpus Christi area, and we lived in Corpus. And when I got to junior high, my dad was a big football guy, and he worked in Portland, and we moved over there just to play football. But in a small town like that, you play every sport.
Yeah.
You know, you play football, you play basketball, and you play baseball. And I played baseball since I was 9, and then all the way up through high school, and then went to Avon Community College for a semester. And then I went and played in the La Liga Águila. I don't know if you remember that league. You guys are probably too young.
Whoa, that's
You?
You guys,
Cheeto?
you know.
I
that was
heard.
a
I
long
heard.
time.
I heard rumors of a league like that. I never knew it really existed.
Yeah, I was in the late '80s, early '90s. And,
Where did y'all play at?
the Mason Park in Grando.
Did you ever
Same
play?
ugly-
Did you ever play out there off of East Mount Houston, like the old De Leon fields?
I didn't, but my son did. You know, when they had those 3 parks out there.
Because my dad told me about that league when he was coming up like through the '80s. He said that he used to play back there.
Águila?
Yeah.
Interesting. Damn.
It was a competitive league, and the funny part is most of the sponsors were bars.
Yeah.
You know,
Cantinas.
yeah, that's what kept it going, because all the old Cubans and Colombians and Mexicans, they wanted a baseball team saying that they sponsored them, so they would go out there, and it was, you know, it's still the same because they just drink too much, and it gets annoying, but it's part of the Mexican League game, that's for sure.
Wow.
Keeping those traditions up.
Yeah. Yeah, man. I remember going with my going to Mexico with my dad, and his deal was like, hey man, we're gonna go, you know, come with us, you know, we're going somewhere. And I'm like 8 years old going to bars. Like we're going from bar to bar to bar to bar. And it was just like you couldn't do that here in America, right?
Right.
But in you know, over there in Mexico it was just normal. Like, yeah, bring your 8-year-old kid with you. Like, just hey, go sit over there while we drink over here.
Oberra, that's where they have their meetings at.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right.
So at a bar and shit. Like
Yeah.
all the by the time you get there, like the meeting starts at 8, but by the time you get there, everybody's already there, half wasted, laying down on the table and shit. You know, fucking gone. They're like, well,
That's funny.
Not
man.
much to discuss after that.
Not really. No, not much going
I'm
on.
pretty sure things get heated there sometimes, you know. So
I remember going with my coach to the meetings, and we were going down there in, I guess they call it Denver Harbor. It was an old restaurant. It was an old
that's the
restaurant.
hood, right? Denver Harbor?
DH, yeah,
DH.
DH.
And it was stupid because they were so worried about, you know, who didn't have a badge and who had a badge, and I'm like, y'all are more worried about who's not supposed to be playing on whose team than you are about the game. You know, you guys are worried about the legality of it. You know, if you had, of course, we didn't have websites back then, but if they did, it's you know, the logistics of it you have now so much to offer. It's a lot easier, but back then you had to have a badge with your picture on it, and you know,
I still
you
got
go to,
that badge.
Yeah.
yeah,
No, they
you
do.
go to airline, you can get one. You know,
Yeah, they still do. Cause I remember,
Don't say that to everybody, Coach.
yeah, because I remember I remember that in a Red League you had to have your IDs and you had your little book and you went up there and you know and I mean it still didn't prevent people from
Swiping like
Yeah.
like doing pickup games and shit.
Yeah,
like
like, hey,
just
you-
kind of swapping teams.
Yeah, and you, of course, you would look at them and go, that kind of looks like you. Or you would hear, hey man, so you're Gary, or you're Pedro today,
Yeah.
right? So you're Pedro. So
You got a Mexican dude. Hey, your name's Cody today.
That may not work.
Right.
they're like, why does he look so white? He goes, oh, he's from Guadalajara.
Guess those blue eyes.
Yeah. So that being said, that you played in different leagues. How do you think NABA is compared to those other leagues?
I think it's well organized. Kind of what Adam said on the last. You're going to play on Sundays. You don't have to worry about Saturday or Sunday, because back then we either play on Saturday or Sunday, and some guys work either day, and is that guy going to show up or not? So it's pretty organized. The stat portion of it is what a lot of my guys, they look at stats. That's important to them. The fields. I mean, you hear a lot of criticism about the mall and this and this and this and that, but at the end of the day, you can go anywhere. If you can play, you can play. If you can't, you can't. Quit making excuses about the mall.
Yeah, I agree.
And stuff like that. Northland Christian, I play there all the time with my high school team because Coach Rick is a good friend of mine, and we play in tournaments there. We play, so it's a nice field also, and it's 5 minutes from my house, but so I don't mind that at all. But I don't care. We play where we play. Adam has been pretty consistent in having our games in the same area, whether it used to be out at Shield or whether it used to be out at Anderson Park, and people don't understand the logistics of getting these fields. It's not that easy. If it was that easy, those of you that complain, why don't you do the legwork and then come back to the league and say, here, I already did this. This is the guy you need to talk to. You can have Minute Maid for the rest of the season.
Exactly.
If it was that easy, I think the league has grown tremendously, and not only has it grown, the competition is outstanding. You got guys that want to play in the league. You got a lot of players, even in the Saturday league that I go and watch sometimes. There's players that can play in the Sunday league, but for whatever reason, their job, their wives, their girlfriends, whatever, they can't play on Sundays, and that's okay. It doesn't mean that there are any less players or anything like that. But it's just tough for your best 5 players to come and play on the Sunday league with the worst 5 players. That's just a tough situation, though. And as the gap closes, I think, can you imagine 14 teams on Saturday and 14 teams on Sunday?
Ooh.
Yeah.
That's insane, but
No, I can.
it could easily happen,
Yeah. I agree.
because the rewards, you get to play at Skeeter Field, Constellation Field. You get baseball bats. Adam puts money back into the field, the league.
Yeah, for sure.
It's not like pocketing money in the Mexican league. That's just the way it is.
Yeah.
And if anybody who hears, if you got a great idea and good contacts, well, help the league out. Don't just rough. You like my little Chihuahua, he's always barking at people until they get close to him, and then he don't want to do anything.
Exactly.
So,
I agree.
but that's what I think about NABA, man.
Yeah, no, you bring up definitely some good points out there, because people want to complain about the fields, and then, well, go get the field then. Go get another field for us, And it's
Exactly.
not, and not only is it getting the field, but you got to maintain the field and keep that good rapport with whoever you're doing it with, right? Because, that's what some of these guys don't think about, is like when they're out there, fighting or getting real aggressive on the field. That's a reflection on the whole league, not just that person. It's a reflection on the team, the league, everything. So, we sometimes, I know I've caught myself a couple times get a little heated, and I start thinking about, okay, you can't do nothing because, you have to think about the entire game, right? It's you as a manager, and then you as representing the league. That if you're the reason why we can't play on this nice field, like let's say Northland Christian, that's gonna look bad on everybody. So
that we can't that we can't behave like adults.
yeah, we can't behave like adults.
Especially at Mall. I mean, it's in the title, Little League. That's part of the Little League fields. And they're on a busy Saturday. There's kids everywhere.
Yeah,
What kind of example are you setting? Sitting there cussing out the umpire.
And it is, and that's what we have to be mindful of. I mean, that's why I keep saying is like there's no point in necessarily arguing. You could say your piece with the umpire on the side and say, hey, I disagree with your call or whatever, but to be arguing with him and getting kicked out, it's just not a good look for anybody really. And so, but I like that point that you brought up. If you guys can do better, well, then go get those fields for us. I remember. Do you remember the Houston Baseball Club, HBC?
Oh yeah.
Remember them? They were a good team.
Yeah.
And I remember they had the Lamar field. Every time we played them, we played Lamar because somebody
that was their home. Yeah.
That was their home field. And so, that was their contact. So that was their reward. They knew it. They got the field, and so we were able to play there. So
I got to go get buddy with Jim Crane.
Whatever you need to do, man. Actually, yeah, Crane. You said Crane, right?
Yeah, Jim Crane. Yeah.
Yes, please do. I want to play.
Just do me a favor, Cheeto. Don't go on your Dodger stuff, man. Because you ain't gonna get nothing.
That's a funny story, man. I got invited to a Nationals game one time, and we were sitting in the Budweiser section, which is like all the executives that day. And I just happened to wear my Dodgers hat, and I had met Jim Crane that day.
Oh, did you? Did he say anything?
He was not happy, but he sat down, had a beer with us.
You know what's funny? Remember that episode of Seinfeld? There was an episode of Seinfeld where they got tickets to go nice tickets to go.
Oh yeah, she's wearing the Orgel hat.
Yes.
Yeah.
And they're telling you need to take it off.
Made her take it off. Yeah. This is a baseball game in America.
That's Cheeto right
I'm
there.
wearing my Dodgers jersey and everything.
Oh man, you're terrible. You're just all right. So here, let me end it with this question right here. So like I said before, you have a successful team. You're a successful coach. Do you have any advice you give out to new and even old existing managers, like some do's and don'ts that you believe that some of your core values that you believe makes for a successful team?
Dile en español.
I couldn't do it in Spanish if I tried. I only know the bad words and what's convenient to me. Other than that, yo no hablo español.
Exacto.
It's funny because you say that jokingly, but there was a foul ball hit to me at the third baseline, and I stopped it with my foot. And right away, somebody says, "Oh, he's a soccer player." And I said, "No, I was born in the U.S. I don't play soccer."
It's called kickball where I'm from.
Exactly, but no. What the do's, in my opinion, is number one: go to the draft. Go to the draft and select guys that you think can help your team. It doesn't mean it's the best player out there. You have to look for team players. And, when you get introduced to somebody or you introduce yourself to somebody, you can tell if he's a prick or not. This is just the plain truth. And 9 times out of 10, that's not going to be the one you're looking for. So go to the draft, look for team players, and make sure they can pay.
Yeah, right. That's for sure.
I tell that to everybody. Hey, can you pay the $275 tomorrow? And if he can work with me, yeah, I'll have it by Friday. Is that okay? Okay, but if he says, "Oh, I didn't know it was $275," I was like, "Oh no, you're not the guy I want." You go to number 10.
So that's a big deciding factor for you then if they can't even pay, huh?
Well, I mean,
it should be for every manager.
Yeah. I mean, it does. Yeah.
It's big. I asked that in the last draft.
Who got the money today?
Yeah, exactly. Because it's not. It's okay that you're a nice guy, but are you a nice guy with money? Or you're just a nice guy. The other number two is what I think is attitude. I'm looking for attitude. If you see a cancer that's going to become a spread cancer, you don't want to have. I'm sorry, you don't want to have that. That's a don't. I'm sorry, I'm getting confused here. Let me go back. The dues draft number one. Basically, team goals. What are your team goals? Do you want to win games, like all your games? Because that's not possible. Do you want to get first place and lose in the playoffs, or do you want to just get in? The goal should be just get in. Whether it's first place, second place, third place, just get in. And what does that mean? Don't throw your pitcher every weekend. You got to have another pitcher.
Yeah.
So that's a do. You got to have pitching. You're never going to have enough pitching. And don't think you want the catchers to be one of your pitchers all the time either.
Oh, man. Those are tough, man.
Yeah, but
Cheeto's walking away now.
Jesus.
The other, and my last do on that is respect your opponent and scout your opponent. Because if you don't know what you're up against, you're never going to have any success. And if you're not willing to spend the time to go out there and scout the other team, not for 5 minutes, sit there through the whole game, keep score. Just look at it. Hey, this guy, he's a dead pool hitter. He's got long hair, and he opens up his hips, and he's just trying to dead pool everything. I'll tell you one thing. When I first saw Armando coming to this league, that boy wasn't taking any pitches. He was swinging at the first pitch. Boom, boom. And I told my pitchers, quit throwing him fastballs. What's wrong with y'all? He's Hispanic. Throw it in the dirt. And that's the kind of thing you have to know your opponent. That's what you got to do.
He's dead on. He's dead on with that. He's 100% right with that.
I think I might have film on it, because I go out there with a camera and I'll film a whole game. I mean, now I don't have to because they have that camera out there. But,
oh shit!
It's nice. I watched your championship game, most of it on Sunday through that camera. It's great.
Did you?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, they started streaming this weekend. They had the Saturday games.
How was the audio?
The audio, you can hear. Can't hear much. Yeah, but yeah, it was nice.
Yeah.
You don't hear any F words. You just hear the ucks.
Pretty much.
So you can get away with that, Cheeto. But
what did I do?
It makes it convenient. You can scout other teams without having to be there.
Yeah, for sure.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So he's definitely watching us.
But here's the thing. Here's what's interesting about that is that you kind of touched on a good point, because I kind of say that about MLB players. Like when you see people who are successful in the MLB, you really are not looking at the full spectrum of it, because stats is such a huge thing that the team going in there, a team has a team that watches stats and tells the guy here's a report on these hitters. This is what they do. This is what they don't like. And for him to pick up on what he's saying, he's 100% right. I'm hunting for that fastball. Most of the time, it's that first pitch, and that's the argument that I would get into Manny with, because Manny hates that I go for the first pitch. And I'm like, but that's the best pitch. Now, if I pop it up, that's my fault. I didn't swing at it correctly. You know what I mean?
Right.
But we're not having this conversation if I hit a single or a double, or even I hit a home run off the first pitch. We're having this conversation because I grounded out or I popped up. I didn't get on base. So you're dead right. I mean, you definitely have the skills to kind of scout somebody in a quick manner. So that's cool.
that goes with just being on the baseball field half my life.
Yeah.
You know, I've been coaching since I was 18, 33 years. And
Wow.
I could see, you know, we were looking at Cheo in the draft. But, you know, he had that Dodger stuff on, and that wasn't going to come over, you know.
Yeah,
But-
I'm with you. I'm with you.
That's,
He's
that's
already,
that attitude you talk about.
yeah, and he's already making bad choices,
But
right?
what's the word? Prick. Is that what you use? Prick. Hey, there is an I in prick.
I got passed up in the draft.
Hey, so let me ask you something. Did you recognize right away, like, hey, this catcher wants to be a pitcher? I can tell by looking at him. He looks like one of those guys.
The funny part is his best position he was at catcher, and I got a 35-year-old catcher, and he probably catches 95% of the games. He doesn't want anybody to catch. You know, he's just one of those players, and he had a couple of kids. Well, he's got 2 kids now, so that might change down the road. So, but I know how catchers are. You know, they want to catch all the time, and they think they can pitch. Even though mine did pitch against y'all in the semifinal game. You know, but,
Yeah.
It's not that we want to pitch, is because we can pitch. That's what it
Yeah,
is.
sure. That's not what the ERA says.
No.
ERA says you're
My,
a good,
my ERA says my defense was stand behind me.
or he says you're a good, what do you call it, BP pitcher.
maybe we can use you as a fill-in player next year, and you got to pitch the full 9 innings though.
Bet, got you.
You know, we'll get the defense behind you. See what
I'm gonna start
what
taking. I'm gonna
happens.
start taking some HGH now. Be ready for the spring.
I feel bad for whatever team you play with. It still has an old, is keeping the score by book because they're going to have to keep going through those rows. There's gonna be some
Ooh.
long innings.
Keep changing the numbers at the top.
Yeah, keep changing the numbers at the top, man.
You have to put error by Armando. Error by
Hey,
Armando.
I'm having an ugly season. E6, E6.
E6 all day.
E6 all day, man. I mean, it's one of my
We won't
worst.
even put Armando. We'll just put E6.
That might be my new name, right? Did you say E6 was going to be my new name? Yeah.
Change your jersey number from
7 to
7
6.
6.
you know, one of my don'ts is probably something that'll help you, Armando. My first one, which I started to say a little earlier, is as a coach, no matter how good the player is, you can never have a cancer on the team
Yeah.
because that spreads fast. And once he starts criticizing the coach and then criticizing his teammates, you got to boot him off, you know. And in the 4 years with NABA, I've probably had 2, you know. And when I told them they could walk, they were like, what? You know, I said, hey, man, I don't need you. You know, you're a good player. And he goes, oh, I'm going to get picked up by everybody. I'm going to get this. I'm like, oh, of course you are. Yeah, go ahead. He didn't play he never played in NABA again. You know, it's just one of those things you don't want to allow is cancer. The other, and this is what I was tell you about helping you, is try not to overload information into players' heads, making them overthink. Make it simple as possible. It's already a hard enough game. You know, sometimes, hey, that's Tim Jones out there. He's this, he's that, he's this. He throws this, he throws that. And you get in your head that I'm not going to hit him. He's all that.
Man, how
You
did you know he talked like that?
You know,
I don't do that. Shut the hell up.
you know, he's a great pitcher. That's great. So is Justin Verlander and Garrett Cole. I'm not the owner of the Astros. They give up bombs because they make mistakes. Your attitude should go up there with a positive attitude. Don't get filled with negative stuff, or don't overanalyze this game because it's too hard already. Just go up there and swing the bat at the end of the day. It doesn't worry about your shoulder down, your shoulder up. I'm too open. I'm too close. You know, if you do all that, you're already defeated.
Yeah.
Don't do that to your players, and don't allow as a player to do that. You know, and you'll have some success. Everybody struggles.
Hey, Coach, how much have we got to pay you to come coach the Pirates on Saturday?
I work Saturdays.
Damn.
But
No,
I make
hey,
the
we
most money.
can do FaceTime.
Right, set up our own camera.
Yeah,
some
watch the
more
video.
cameras on the field.
Yeah, you're watching it live, man. Just chime in there.
Some Zoom notes, maybe.
Yeah.
The last thing is, as a coach, don't criticize a player during a game. Don't say, man, he's always doing that. He sucks. You know, but actually coach him. Coach him. Share some knowledge. Teach him something. Mentor him. You know, don't just who are you to coach at NABA to be up there to criticize anybody? Did you come from the Astros or you know, the Dodger organization? You know, so stop it already and help the team. That's how you're going to make them better. Don't get in that mode where I'm a badass coach. Man, I'm 51 years old and I'm still learning the game, and I still want to learn the game.
Yeah.
Don't think you know it all, because nobody knows it all. You know, so those are my 3. I know I'm sharing too much information with you guys,
That's
but
it, dude. That's it.
I wrote it all down.
Heck yeah, man. We're gonna teach a course online on this one.
We got your formula.
Yeah, no, but I do appreciate you sharing that, because it's I definitely learn from a lot of people and different things. And one of the things about that I will 100% agree with you with is the cancer. I mean, I do that at work when I hire people. It's a team, right? I don't want a cancer on my team at work. So I make sure I try to weed that out before I hire somebody. And so it's the same thing with the baseball team, right? You don't want somebody who's negative, who's going to bring the team down. You want people that's going to elevate the team and help the team and play their part, you know? So that's definitely some good points there.
you know,
Cheeto, you got anything, bro?
No, man. You know, like he was saying. You know, I think we've discussed this before, and Cody's kind of got on our ass about it, about like kind of ragging on each other a little too hard sometimes.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh yeah. Well, you know, Coach. You know how sometimes, you know, us Hispanics we talk a lot of shit, and sometimes other people look at that as like, hey man, what the hell's wrong?
Y'all
with
need
you
to calm down,
You're
man.
gonna need to calm down.
Just knock the shit off.
Yeah. So, but I definitely agree. And I definitely will. I know Cheeto was giving me the side eye on a few of your points, and so I'll take that into consideration. Definitely for sure. But you know, it was a pleasure, you know, going against you this last Sunday. I learned a lot from you every time we talk, so I appreciate you coming on. I mean, I was gonna have you on the show. We're gonna have you on the show anyways, even if you didn't win. But because I think you have a lot of knowledge, and like you said, you've been doing it for a long 30-some years, so. You definitely got.
He could be like Guillermo on the Jimmy Kimmel show. We can have like a normal.
Yeah, Guillermo, he's like a sidekick.
hey, I like G-Man. What's up?
I knew he was gonna like that one. That's why I said it.
Yes, Armando. Whatever you want me to do.
Oh yeah, man. Okay, that's cool. All right. Well, you got anything else for us? Anything before we let you go?
No, I think you guys are doing a great job with this. Take it as far as you can take it, and keep representing the league out there. I listen to it all the time. My whole team listens to it since I'm Coach Cheto now. So hey, I appreciate coming on, and whatever I can help you to help your team out, I'm willing. If I got time, I'll go out there and do it. That's for sure. I know, Armando, you've seen my high school team out there.
I have, yeah.
I bring out all these machines, and because, you know, hitting so many ground balls and fly balls, eventually we were blessed enough to buy machines to do that for us now. And you tell me you got them like a bunch of little robots. I said, well, at this age you have to have them that much, you know. But
yeah. No, I when I was watching you that one time, I was like, man, because you know I'm sitting there watching it and hearing you and your techniques and stuff. I actually wanted to get out there too, man. Like I want to learn. I want to get taught. You know what I mean? You know, because it's sometimes you forget the fundamentals, right? You know, you forget that you get some of the small little things that you should be doing, and you kind of forget.
Bust it back down to basics.
Yeah, you turn into a kid again.
Yeah, no,
yeah.
you did.
Let me go do it. I'll field some ground balls. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. So okay, man. Well, I appreciate you coming on the show, and we'll see you next season.
All right, man. Good luck to y'all this fall.
Later,
Okay.
Coach.
And, talk to you later, man. Have a good one.
Congrats on the win, Coach. Thanks for coming on.
Thank you. I appreciate it, Mr. Cody.
Oh, yeah, you bet.
Thanks. All right.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye. Well, this one, you know what? see that bottle of water? He's gonna leave it here. And see that bottle of water? He's gonna leave it here. He left his, I had to pick up Gatorade.
Bitch, you're stupid.
You left 2 Gatorade bottles.
I threw away my fucking water bottles last time.
No, Gatorade. No,
my Gatorade bottle, I don't remember.
Exactly. I remember because I threw it away.
We on episode 11? Welcome to episode 11 with Cody con Pendejos.
Yeah. Heck yeah. Cody con Pendejos. In our, on our Spanish YouTube. Look us up. Cody con Pendejos.
We're on also on Channel 45, Univision.
Telemundo. Let's roll it again.